Serena Williams. Ready, play.
So Serena, another shot at number 24.
15 love.
Serena finds herself in another intergenerational battle. There was 16 years between herself and Osaka 12 months ago in terms of age. There's almost 19 out here today. The largest gap in Open history.
Let for serve. Thirty, 15.
Chandler, you know Serena well, you know the family well. What are the differences do you feel coming into this final with Serena? Was maybe slightly different to 12 months ago?
I think the movement is a big part of it. That has looked so good. I think during some of these matches that she's had to work through, where even the ones that were a little more one-sided, seemingly one-sided, they could have gotten tricky if she hadn't gotten down and won a few important games. There's Andreescu's coach, Sylvain Bruno. I think it's how she's competed in those tense moments as well. This is going to be the ultimate test for Serena because of how well Andreescu retrieves, how well she competes. She's so confident, Andreescu is. She's going to push the limits here. Serena's got to serve well. She's got to move well and take her opportunities.
Let's for serve.
You made such a good point, Chanda. I don't think I've ever seen a crowd so engaged early on in a big match here on Ash. Alison Hughes, she's got moxie as well. Great umpire from Newcastle.
Advantage, Andreescu.
Very few double faults for Serena in this tournament. That just her 23rd now. And what a chance for the teenager.
Game Andreescu.
Understandably, a few nerves from the six-time champion, who hasn't been broken since playing Petra Martic in the fourth round. In fact, she had 24 consecutive service holds until just now.
This is a tough start for Serena, and now she's got even more work to do to settle down and settle in after having gained points, losing that first service game. Serena spent a lot less time on court, 3 hours less than Andreescu, who's had to battle a couple of 3-set
Bianca
victories.
Andreescu to serve. Love 15.
When we watch Andreescu, we can see how animated she is. She's got a lot of energy. She shows some of her emotion out there. She's got to stay kind of calm in these early stages, especially after getting that early break of serve. That's much better. Good first serve. It's one of the things she struggled in a couple of those matches, throwing in a lot of second serves. Some double faults crept into her game. It's a good adjustment there.
Watched them both practice. Serena was out about 3 hours before this final. Very structured, very focused, lot of serving and returns. Fascinating baseline battle between these two. But I've got to tell you, Andreescu came out about just actually as Serena was finishing on an adjacent court, as if she was just having a Monday morning warm-up. So relaxed, not really highly intense or energetic, just enjoyable. I was surrounded by Canadian fans in the viewing gallery. A lot of them are telling me that they just bought a ticket. They were in New York, and this was. She is here trying to be the first Canadian, male or female, to ever win a Grand Slam singles title.
It's just been a dream run, and you look at some of the moments that Andreescu's had to come through in her matches, and she stays so calm. She doesn't panic. I mean, that's probably the most impressive thing about her tennis right now.
And I can tell you, she still wears that plastic thing around her arm, even in practice.
Please.
It's a hair tie.
It's a hair tie, isn't it?
Now it's here to stay.
It's a lucky plastic hair tie.
Do
not take it off, Bianca. What a start to your very first Grand Slam final.
Andreescu leads.
Luke, you're down Serena's end. You're about 20 meters away. What are you seeing from your vantage point?
Just moments ago, just the longest stare up to her box, talking about Serena just to straighten things out. After having some game points to start out the match, now down to love. Just a heads up. Andreescu 7-0 this season against top 10 players.
We already know who the crowd is going to be behind these matches, points.
Thank you.
This is her manor, isn't it? This is her home here.
Please.
She is absolutely adored on this ash court. No one has played more matches out here than Serena.
Beautifully struck, a little better footwork during the middle of that point from Serena, and she works to get on balance and gives herself large margins well away from the sidelines and the baseline.
Love.
She possesses the ultimate weapon, and it may become a deciding factor out here in this US Open final.
Let's first serve.
Those are the types of shots that we didn't
15.
see as much of the last couple of matches, where Serena was a bit flat-footed, taking one big lunge, falling just a bit off balance. Little signs of more tension in this match.
Let. For serve.
The pressure on Serena is very much self-imposed. That was why she said she came back after giving birth to try and break Margaret Court's record. Serena's up and running, but it's Andreescu with the early break. First set, what a start to this final. The young Canadian, 2-1 in the opener.
Andreescu leads 2-1, first set.
There is such an air of tension and drama and emotion. You can just feel it, can't you? From the moment Serena walked out. And that huge roar is because the woman who was known here for many years as Meghan Markle in Suits, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, one of Serena's very close friends. Remember the scenes at the wedding from Windsor Castle last year, is in Ash supporting her friend, as she was in the Royal Box at Wimbledon just a few months ago. Just thinking about those three finals that she's had since she came back. The loss to Kerber at Wimbledon. Oh, she's in the player box. I didn't realise that. Goodness, next to Mum. The Kerber final here last year and Wimbledon. On all those three occasions, the opponent has played extremely well.
Absolutely. I think the other part of that equation is Serena has not. But that's the question is, okay, can you play your best when your opponent plays their best, and then best player wins? We're hopefully seeing that right here.
Thank you. Love 15.
Well, I believe Serena has probably won the battle of the player boxes with Anna Wintour, great friend of Serena's, Anne Rogers, long-time editor-in-chief of American Vogue. Venus, of course, Sister Venus. Isha will be in there.
This is where you look for a player, any player, to settle into the match a bit more, to get rid of some of those types of errors where they are well wide, 3 or so feet beyond the sideline. Because those type of misses don't only cause Serena to lose the point, but it gives Andreescu more confidence. Her coach has never just moved it with his expression.
It's the
same expression.
Is he a statue?
From start to finish in a match.
He blinks occasionally. Patrick Mouratoglou. And he'll be a little worried. 8 years now. He's been the head coach of the Williams team.
3-1 first set.
USOpen.org. How can we possibly forget that website? That is your go-to place for everything across this championships.
Luke,
the noise down there seems crazy. Have you got your earbuds in? Your ear mufflers. I mean, it's extraordinary.
There's definitely a different edge compared to the other finals at other slams. Of course, this is Serena's home slam. But there's a feeling of an edge. And that edge is last year. There are a lot of fans in this stadium that came out to watch that final that feel that Serena's match was kind of taken away from her. And they want this one for her, for Serena.
So is it safe to say the umpire better not get involved unless absolutely necessary?
Exactly.
I've never been so anxious to know who the umpire was for this match. But we have a Scouser in charge. We're in good hands.
We're good, yeah.
A Geordie, I mean, not a Scouser.
What?
You're a Scouser if you're from Liverpool. You're a Geordie
Okay,
if you're from Newcastle.
I just thought you meant person. You know I don't know any of that lingo.
30-15.
I don't know your lingo. I've learnt moxie. This kid has moxie. She has great energy. It's all been about trying to channel it. Serena said before this match, it's all about, forget the experience, forget how many finals she's played. It's all about her ability to relax and play her best tennis in this situation.
40-15.
That has to help serves like that one of the best motions, service motions in the game, and it's a serve that Serena can rely on tough situations.
Game winners.
Important hold, but it's still Andreescu up the early break. 3-2, the Canadian leads first set.
Andreescu leads 3-2, first set.
Chanda, you've played Serena, you've beaten her, so you know all the little nuances and about her game. From where I'm sitting, just as an observer, she looks as if she's slightly over-revving, slightly forcing it a little too much. Are you seeing the same thing or something slightly different?
It's a little early to see her this intense and showing this much emotion, Serena. Normally, she settles into the match a little bit, and it'll sort of evolve to that point. The match gets tough. You can hear her emoting a little bit more, but she's been a little bit loud from the very start, and I think that's maybe deliberate to try to get herself at the proper level from the very beginning. I think it's always still a fine balance between sort of all that emotion and still being able to stay calm, and I don't think Serena has quite found it just yet, but she's maybe close.
Time. Love.
It was points like that one, though, against Svitolina, she was more willing to get into the point, to move, to work it, even if it was an extra 2 or 3 balls, and she's just missing a little too early here at times. And Andreescu can step up and do that. Very dangerous player.
Well, coming into this final, she'd actually hit 22 more winners in this tournament, more than Serena Williams. That doesn't happen very often.
Should we take into account that she spent about 3 hours more on court? A little bit of a factor, but impressive stuff from this youngster.
15.
I don't believe Serena was under any illusions before coming onto the court today how well she was going to have to play against Bianca. She had a little taster, didn't she, of her in Toronto last month.
I'm curious, Luke, you were sitting courtside when Serena played Svitolina. Are you seeing any differences in terms of her positioning from that match to this one?
Not at all. Nothing in the positioning. Remember early on in that match, she was down some break points and pulled out of that. She just got broken early on here, but she's finding her targets. She's not feeling pressed at all. Oh, the Andreescu ball, that's a nice little ace, but for the most part, it's just Serena making errors right now.
Mum and Dad, Nico and Maria, who moved to Canada from Romania in 1994. 6 years later, they gave birth to their only child, Bianca. They did actually move back to Romania for almost a decade before returning.
Game Andreescu. Andreescu leads 4 games to 2, first set.
One of the things that is so important against Serena is bringing a similar level of intensity and fire, and Andreescu is doing just that. First big come on in the match. She knows how important that last service hold was.
Might be out of here some like a loud man's voice. That's not Luke, actually. That's just right behind Luke. That's Mackie Schilstein, the longtime trainer of Serena. He did a ton of work with her after Wimbledon and going into Toronto, and maybe that is the difference. He's always been around. He doesn't come to that many tournaments, but he's old school, and he has got her moving again. There he is. Intense, sitting next to husband Alexis, and Isha looks most relaxed in the box.
30-15.
That ball comes off Andreescu's racket just a little bit quicker, and that ball, such depth, taking Serena by surprise.
Such a lively arm, isn't it?
Out. 30.
That's 10th unforced error from Serena. Quite a few more in this first set.
Let's
Yeah, that's as many as she made in the entire match against Wang Tiong in the quarterfinals earlier in this week. Different stage, different pressures.
Another ball that Serena lunged for and reached for instead of getting up to it. And Andreescu with another opportunity.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Please.
Can you believe it? Just, well, less than half an hour on the clock. Double break point opportunity here.
Deuce.
Serena relieving the pressure. Surely she can't afford to go down a double break in this opening set. Look at Andreescu. It's like it's nothing out here for her. Just can't wait to get on with it.
Advantage, Andreescu.
Andreescu, she's talked about how important meditation is to her, finding those places she can go to in matches to stay relaxed, and we seem to be seeing it live and in color. Another break opportunity.
She has the ability to control her mind, to block out everything.
She has forgotten how to lose. She hasn't lost since February.
That's a good point.
She's been in all sorts of situations in this championship. She's been up a set, and then down in the second, down in the first, up in the second. She just finds ways to win.
Yeah, that last match in the semifinals against Bencic had won the first set, but was down 5-2. Came back to close the match out, won the last 5 games.
Look at the speed.
Thank you.
Close to 120 miles an hour. One of her fastest deliveries of the championship. Raw power is not counting for anything right now.
That's beautiful court positioning from Andreescu. No hesitation.
Third chance to break in this game.
Serena has one of the best kick serves in the industry, and she struggled a bit behind her second serve, but that time, able to get it up and out of the strike zone.
Only winning 38% of her second serve points. Serena's really struggling with that serve.
Advantage, Andreescu.
Well, this young Canadian, she's doing to Serena what Serena does to so many opponents over the years. She's smothering her. Relentless pressure on the 6-time champion.
Miss Williams is challenging the call. On the right centre serve, the ball was called out.
They both challenged it. Both arms went up at the same time.
Yep, it's caught.
Deuce.
And amidst the din on this Ash Stadium, Serena just trying to compose herself. Never heard anything like it.
.122.
Advantage, Andreescu.
Starting to find her range. Had only had less than a handful of winners in this first set, but in this game, she's come up with a couple of big ones. Just the right moments.
Serena just said to her box, I'm having trouble just getting the first serve in. Can't get over the top. I don't know if you saw that in the replay. Going right to her box.
Oh, that's a great call, Luke. Another break point in this game.
Deuce.
So often, you know, we think about tension manifesting in different ways, but on the serve, it's not being able to get up and out and swing freely enough to get the ball to come back down. It's got to be a factor right now for Serena.
Advantage, Williams. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready. Please.
She keeps the deficit to 1 break, but it's Andreescu still ahead, 4-3, first set.
Andreescu leads 4 games to 3, first set.
An epically long game, close to 9 minutes. Luke, it's just the most extraordinary wall of sound.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're 50, 60 feet up here, and it's just like we're at a rock concert.
Sam, it's beyond that. It's personal. I'm telling you. I mean, the 7th game, just a tough hold, but still a hold midway through the first set, and there's a standing ovation for Serena Williams. I mean, it's like there are over 22,000 people in this crowd that want to each give a body part for her to win this match. It is that personal. It is unbelievable. When she misses, they're all like coaching her, like get down, like watch the ball. I mean, there's 22,000 coaches for Serena right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, look, keep an eye on what's going on in Serena's player box behind you.
Oh, you'll be able to hear him. You can hear him right through the microphone.
We are.
Time.
What an extraordinary stage, the biggest in world tennis, but this feels like more than a game out here. Can the teenager continue to hold her nerve? Serving with a new balls, up a break in this opening set.
15 love.
It was interesting to see the difference in the first serves in play for Andreescu. Almost 10% higher percentage in this match, clearly knowing that she needs to use her first serve, not let Serena see a lot of second serves. There have been very few double faults thus far.
Let's first serve. 15-all. 15-13.
It's the first forehand the entire match where she's looked tight. That had no acceleration at all.
And that forehand is the side that Andreescu's able to create the most winners off of. She's in some trouble here at 15-30.
In a quarter-final match, Andreescu against Elise Mertens, where she did lose the first set. Mertens in the post-match press conference says she's just found it extraordinary how well Andreescu served under pressure.
It's almost the perfect return.
First big test for the teenager.
Did you just say she serves well under pressure? That's phenomenal.
She was clutch in the semis.
This is the man that has been working with her only since March of last year. Her ranking was about 250 at the time. He could not have imagined that things could have moved along so quickly.
Advantage, Andreescu.
First saw her when she was 13, playing in the under-16 Canadian Nationals. He's head of women's tennis. He was the Fed Cup captain at the time, and he said from the moment he saw her, he knew she was going to be good.
Game Andreescu. Andreescu leads 5 games to 3.
It's so impressive how Andreescu makes adjustments as well. Real time as the match is going on, and you can just see it. That missed forehand, she was a little tight, and all of a sudden, just it loosened up, and a couple of big ones there to close out the game.
So Williams finds herself serving to stay in this opening set.
Let's listen. Love. All.
Serena's done a good job moving her serve around. That first serve percentage could be higher at 54%, but extremely effective behind her first serve.
Again, Andreescu winning these baseline battles.
30-all. Thank you. Please ready.
Andreescu 2 points away from taking this opening set.
Serena's gone to that wide serve a couple of times on that side, and it opens up the backhand court.
Extraordinary. How aggressive is Andreescu out here?
And she just has an excellent sense of the moment there, able to take a little more risk, going after it a little bit more, and putting herself in excellent position.
She's arrived in our tour fully formed.
Advantage, Andreescu.
Wow, the winners have just been raining down on Serena Williams. All 12 of them from the Andreescu racket.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't think anyone anticipated this scenario. Canadian with set point.
Thank you. Please.
Can you believe it? Extraordinary. What a start for the youngster. Everyone's just reeling here as Andreescu takes this opening set by 6 games to 3. I feel like a hurricane has kind of blown into Ash Arena, and with it has just, I don't know, stunned the tennis world, Chanda. I don't know how much the numbers really matter. I think we're all just sort of just reeling.
Well, there was so much between the numbers, but we can talk about the first serve percentage, 84% for Andreescu, which was critical to her holding serve so easily in that first set. Of course, the 2 breaks of serve, that was it. The beginning of the set, and then right at the end, she was so much cleaner with 12 winners and just 6 unforced errors. It's been an impressive first set from Andreescu, but nerves as well from Serena. She double faulted to lose her serve in both of those breaks.
Serena with the Andreescu with the opener by 6 games to 3.
Second set, Andreescu to serve.
Saw its first tennis matches back in 1997.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
A teenage
thank you.
Venus Williams made her debut, made it all the way to the final, only to lose to the best player in the world that year, Martina Hingis. This teenager, though, has very different ideas on her debut, serving right at the start of this second set.
15 love. Andreescu
just doesn't panic. Serena up there at the net, smart, passing shot, going for the little dipper. This is an important game for Andreescu. Hold on to that momentum. Just hold here. It also will keep more of a lid on the crowd. They are ready to go crazy for Serena. Any little bit of hope that Serena can give them.
Yes, I wonder if they know how hard Andreescu finds it, though, to focus from the beginning to the end of a match. In every performance that we've seen her here, there's always been a period where she has gone away.
She's had a little bit of a dip at times. Serena will try to take advantage of that.
She's talked about it in the press conferences. She's aware it's her goal to be more consistent. She's just free-flowing.
It's nicely done. And these are the times of the match where you can work on that. It may seem after you win the first set, you can relax, you can afford to give one game away here or there, but these are the most important moments, trying to stretch a lead after you've won a first set.
Well, she has been so focused. You would never believe it was her first Grand Slam final. This time 12 months ago, ranked outside the top 200 in the world, losing first round in qualifying, very down in life off court, a back injury. I mean, 12 months is a long time in life. It's an even longer period in sport. Williams not yet at her best in this final. Sandra, how does Serena stop herself playing the tape of the last 3 Grand Slam finals where her opponents have played phenomenally well?
You know, it's that age-old thought of just staying in the moment, playing point by point by point. It's one of the most difficult things to do, but it's essential.
How about put down that shovel of unforced errors and stop digging that hole you're putting yourself in? She's making so many errors. She's pressing so much. She's not building the points. Andreescu just using that Hallett model from Wimbledon. Just keep getting the ball back.
And Andreescu's doing a good job keeping depth on her shots as well. It's a little different trajectory.
Thank you. Please, thank you.
In trouble here at love 30.
Please.
Look at that body language. She's getting really disappointed.
Love 14.
I think that, Luke, may be the biggest danger, is feeling that same thing you've maybe felt in previous matches in this position and not being able to stay positive the way she's normally able to do, Serena. And Andreescu looking to pounce.
And 3 chances to do so. forget, Serena only broken 3 times in the tournament before coming into this final. Oh no, I've never seen anything like this on the Williams serve, under pressure. And we're at a moment here. Serena down a set and a break to this very talented teenager. The pressure dynamic, though, changes right now.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, Chanda, Serena has to go to that rally ball. Trust her power, play with margin, extend the rallies.
It's been a pretty significant difference the way she's played this match versus the match against Svitolina, where she was willing to get into rallies. She was willing to extend the points, even by 1, 2 extra shots. Here, we just haven't seen that.
Remember the angles, those short
Exactly.
angles? Not one today so far.
Fifteen all. Fifteen, 13. All. Thirty, 14.
Serena had the chance to get back on level terms at 4-3 in the opening set. Couldn't take that single opportunity. What can she do here? All the great and the good looking on.
Deuce.
And that's a makeable return, and Serena still looking distressed. Not seeing much positivity. Coach Patrick Mouratoglou maybe trying to impart some of that by osmosis.
Advantage, Williams.
This is just a much more positive point from
Ladies
Serena.
and gentlemen, security to both players. Please remain quiet during the point. Thank you.
Much more height over the net.
Deuce. Advantage Williams.
Everything Serena has to go through in these types of matches, she goes through on her own. We just can't imagine what this is like. How big this sport has become, how much of an icon she is, and what she's going for in terms of history.
She's had to work so hard, hasn't she, to come back, to get her fitness since childbirth, and she's having to grind it out here.
Please, thank you.
Andreescu taking that serve clock all the way to 1.
She's challenging
Ms.
it.
Williams is challenging the call. On the right baseline.
Very
The ball
rarely
is called in.
does she challenge, hardly ever during the course of a point.
I'm not sure if she's real confident about this.
Yeah, it's a reach.
Deuce. Ms. Williams has 2 challenges remaining.
How big is this game becoming?
Advantage Williams.
Andreescu just bounced her rackets the first time in the match. She's done that.
Little sign of frustration there.
And that will be picked up by a watching and waiting Williams. Another long game in this final. And a third chance to break in this game.
Please.
Sometimes even great champions need a stroke of luck, but Williams is back in business, and we are on serve in this second set. Andreescu has taken the first. Pandemonium out here. But Chandra, what I thought was so impressive was when Andreescu had a chance to go up a double break, 5-2, that opening set, lost that very, very long game, 5 break points, couldn't convert. She came back straight away, didn't she, and ran through that set. She seems to deal with all these, when things don't go quite to plan, she seems to bounce back on the biggest of stages under extraordinary pressure.
You don't really see her hold on to disappointment for very long, and that's one of the toughest things as a player out there on your own. When you have opportunities and you don't capitalize, you think about them and you replay them instead of moving forward. And Andreescu, she just gets on with it, gets to the next goal and the next goal, but stays so much in the moment. And I think that's been one of the keys for her. This is a woman who knows a little bit about playing under pressure, Billie Jean King.
One of the greatest tennis players of all time, who seems to get forgotten with all her other achievements. So often the champion here, and loving seeing this brand new talent.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Any seat for now, thank you. Players are ready.
Williams refusing to let Andreescu get away from her here. After a couple of breaks in this second set, we're back on serve. Williams at 1-2.
Love. 15-all.
Look at Andreescu, and you just see how high her tennis IQ is. What shots she hits when she's in certain positions, how she looks to open up the court. That point, a real good example.
Serena still pleading to her box.
Thank you, ladies and
Discouraged.
gentlemen.
She's saying she can't get
Please,
her serve
players
in.
are ready. Thank you. Thank you.
Fighting so many
13.
emotions right now, Serena Williams.
One of the things that can happen
13.
as the tension stays in your body is that it becomes all about the arm on the serve instead of using the entire body. Serena's got one of the best motions, best fundamentals on her serve, but even she gets subject to that tension. That's much better.
Miss Andreescu is challenging the call on the right centre serve.
First
The
challenge
ball
in
was
this
called
final
in.
for this young Canadian, who looks right at home on the biggest of stages.
40-13. Miss Andreescu has 2 challenges remaining. Deuce.
It's interesting to kind of chart, would be interesting to chart where Serena is landing on her serves. At times, she's so straight up that she's landing maybe on the baseline or just in front of it. Instead of using her body more, being able to land more out in front. That helps get the extra spin on that serve.
Advantage Andreescu.
Filmmaker
Thank
Spike
you.
Lee, I don't even think he could write a script like this one. Just give it a look at second serve break point.
Wait, please.
Williams just under so much pressure,
Andreescu.
and Andreescu opens up in the second set.
Andreescu leads 3-1 second set.
Mum and Dad, Niku and Maria, who arrived in Canada with 2 suitcases back in 1994, that they cannot believe what they're seeing here.
Thank you.
Andreescu in the driving seat.
Love.
And Serena really fighting against the odds here when she has lost the set. The first set in all her US Open finals that she's done so against Osaka last year, against Sam Stosur, and against Sister Venus back in 2001. She has gone on to lose the match.
Out. 30 love.
In all of her major finals, only on 2 occasions when she's lost the first set has she come back to win. She is an out-and-out front runner, and she is not being allowed to play out here today.
40 love.
Chandler, what is happening? Serena's played so well throughout this entire tournament. I mean, this crowd are stunned. We're stunned.
It's tension, it's pressure, it's all of those things that are constantly affecting matches. Even more so in a big final like this one. And I just wonder sometimes if Serena reminds herself of the fact that she doesn't have to win another match in her career. Her career is set, it's made. Those are the things you maybe think about as a match is going on to try to relax you. Make this a little less important.
The strangest point we've seen in this final, just to give you an indicator of how prone Serena is out here. Andreescu marches on. She leads now by a set and 4-1.
Andreescu leads 4 games to 1, second set. Number 1 set to love.
Luke, I get the feeling just from this hum, this murmur of this Ash crowd, that there's just a very different mood now.
Oh, it just, the crowd has followed Serena's discouragement. Her body language, she's still looking for answers. That last point was a great example where there was just it was a defensive chop ball from Andreescu, and the ball's coming up. We all face it as competitors. It's a defensive shot. You got to move your feet, and she doesn't. Serena the ball kind of moves. She doesn't set up for it, and she just hits the ball back in play, but doesn't move the next shot. The crowd is following that. To me, it sure does seem like a lot of scar tissue from losing these finals going back to Wimbledon final 2018. She's only down 1 break. She has to remind herself, I'm just down 1 break. I hold here, put some scoreboard pressure on the kit, and see what happens. But she has to stop making errors. Stop going for winners.
Love 15.
That was a miss hit too.
Yeah, 15. What you mentioned, Luke, it's just the overall feeling from Serena that she isn't confident, that she is discouraged. That's what she's projecting here. She's got to overcome that. I think over the course of this match, we just never got the energy, the footwork from Serena that has been so good the last 2-3 rounds of this tournament. Again, just flat-footed on that backhand.
Yeah, where is the woman that came out and just rolled over Maria Sharapova opening night here?
And one thing that I don't think I've ever seen is the times that Serena has gotten broken, most of them come from double faults at the end of these games.
Thank you.
Only she's the one who is supreme serving under pressure. What a moment here.
Please.
Serena's last Grand Slam victory coming at the 2017 Australian Open. Hasn't won a title since then.
Bianca Andreescu. Andreescu leads 5 games to 1 second set.
Well, Bianca's talked so much about her close relationship with her parents, particularly her mother, a role model who taught her to meditate.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
At the age of 13, that's
Thank
unusual
you,
in itself. Right now, she needs full control of her mind. Serving here for the title.
Thank you. Love 15.
This young woman, when she won one of her biggest junior titles, the Under-16 Orange Bowl, the World Championships for players her age, slightly unusually, she wrote herself a dummy check for the prize money of the US Open champion that year, back in 2015. And she kept that check. It was a check for over $3 million. And she kept it to visualize what it might be like to actually win that kind of money one day.
30-15.
And the dream might just becoming a reality. Called long.
Andreescu is challenging the call on the right baseline.
She's challenging
the ball
it.
was called out.
Well, Luke, you're down at the other end. I can tell you she's not going to get it. And there will be a most ginormous roar when it is confirmed.
30-all.
I think that was more to just give herself a little breather, a moment to regroup.
There's a lot of tension on her body language right now. She has to block out the finish line.
$40-13. Miss Andreescu has 1 challenge remaining.
No female player in the Open era has ever won the US Open on their debut.
Thank you, players are ready.
Andreescu on the verge here. Championship point.
Deuce.
Serena saving one of her best returns for this moment.
Just look at Andreescu with that jaunty little walk up to the baseline as if she's about to serve for a junior title.
Advantage, Williams.
Remember when Venus sat there when Serena was winning her first title 20 years ago as a 17-year-old.
Deuce.
Mom overseen. Can't look.
So tough on the family. They have seen so much over so many years. Serena refusing to yield.
Advantage, Williams.
Well, this was one of the best series of shots from Serena that we have seen almost all match. Perhaps it's getting to the brink that may finally relax her.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Fault.
Serena hands on, Andreescu unable to serve it out. There's a long way to go though for a Williams fight back.
Hey, Sam, did you catch the lights went out right before that point?
I did. What was going on there?
Yeah, I just, wait a second.
Divine intervention.
Yeah, the USTA right across from me, taking a look at the LEDs, the entire, all the lights in the facility that are lighting this court just went out.
Have you been fiddling with the electrics again,
I'm
Luke?
not doing anything.
We're going to blame you. Oh, my goodness.
The players didn't respond at all. That was the interesting thing.
Any chance, Chand, I mean, we've seen some crazy tennis matches over the years. Any chance Williams can find a way back, even to making this set competitive?
Don't ask me, because I'm going to say yes. I believe.
I always believe in Serena.
I've come back in some crazy matches. Certainly Serena, she has the ability more than anyone else to just battle and fight and just never give in.
But Chanda, what is your, in that mindset? You're down a set and a break. Okay, so what's your mindset as a competitor right now?
You're just staying in it each point and each game. You can't think any further ahead than that.
She had a series of shots. Remember that one rally? She finally built a point. And that's got to be the secret sauce right there. She's got to build these points, believe in her shots, and hit targets.
This is a scoreline that certainly wasn't in the script.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please find a seat quickly. Thank you.
Serena's already saved one championship point. Can she hold on here? Serving with new balls to stay in this final.
15 love. Love.
Very late.
One of the keys to coming back from the position that Serena has been in this match is to completely take the score out of it. Just go point by point, not think about winning and losing. Maybe for the first time we're seeing Serena doing that here.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Just a knucklehead at the top. In the middle of her toss.
Alison Hughes regaining control. Umpired the men's final 12 months ago. You need a strong character in the chair in these on these kind of stages. The comeback still on.
Andreescu leads 5, goes to 3 seconds.
Spike Lee in the front row on his feet. Everybody standing ovation.
Thank you, players already. Thank you.
We have the best scoring system.
Please, ladies and gentlemen.
In sport. Now, Andreescu serving once more for the title.
Love 15.
This is an awful lot to cope with, isn't it, for the youngster?
On her debut here.
And just her 4th major of her career.
Incredible how well she's handled it up until now. Can she continue?
Love 13.
Spike's going to go with the railings in a moment. They'll get up there and just hold him back.
This place is about to explode. Reminds me of Connors in '91 at 39 years old, made that run to the semis.
Please.
Serena's coming back.
Love 14.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players already. Thank you.
Triple break point. It's wide, and it's a break to love, and we are back on serve in this second set. Still Andreescu, 1 game away from the title.
Andreescu leads 5 games to 4. And by 1 set.
And this is a whole different kind of craziness from 12 months ago. I'm sure, Chandra, I felt our commentary box vibrate with the whole stadium bouncing up and down. It is pandemonium. And I think you saw the reaction of Serena. I don't think even she has ever experienced a crowd like this. She was looking around as she sat down like...
She thought
whoa.
Something else major had happened. Like, is it
no.
anything other than this match and me? But it is all her.
It's all for Serena.
It's all
and
for Serena.
Understandably, you know, Andreescu unable to block out the moment and what is happening around her.
I mean, she's been incredible, Andreescu, but how can she overcome this right now? The emotion, this whole crowd firmly behind Serena. It will take a tremendous effort.
Time.
This is more of a rock concert than a tennis match, and they've come to see Serena play her greatest hits.
Thank you.
Serena once again serving to stay in this final.
Spike Lee is standing up after every point now. It's incredible the amount of energy down here.
Please. Fifteen all.
Andreescu not even getting a swing in this game.
There are people down here with their fingers crossed. They are putting everything behind Serena.
Oh, wow, that ball toss was nowhere.
30 all.
Back-to-back doubles on that ad side. And it's a side that has given Serena the most trouble throughout this match.
More unforced errors in this contest than in any other round here at this year's US Open.
Thank you.
How does Andreescu find the quiet space amidst the din? We're level.
Game Williams. Five games all. Second sets. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Players are ready, thank you.
From 5-1 down to 5 all. game on in this second set.
And one of the most difficult parts about the last series of games for Andreescu, losing the last 4 games, is that it shakes your belief, and you've got to reestablish that as much as anything. Having to reset and settle down. I think it's one thing that we see so much in Andreescu's game, the way she's kept winning. It's just a belief in big moments. Call it forgetting how to lose, but that's been shaken just a little bit here.
Yeah, she's only lost 4 matches all season. The last official loss came in Acapulco back in February.
30.
She's a resilient young woman, though. Coach Bruno describes her as a street fighter. I think Serena can really relate to that. I think these two would get on very well off court. Got to roll her sleeves up right here. Up against the greatest. Oh, she is one tough kid.
14-15.
And this would be a huge game. Stopping the run of 4 games won by Serena, giving Andreescu a more solid base to work from here in these moments.
Let's listen. It's
got to be a little bit jarring now for Andreescu. The minute she loses a point, the crowd is just going ballistic.
Well, look, she's played Fed Cup for Canada, but she would have never experienced an environment like the one today. Almost 24,000 packed into Ash.
Please, ladies and gentlemen.
That's nerves right there. It's the first 2 times the entire match she's caught her toss.
Well, as I said, Andreescu hanging on, and she now shows her mettle and once again moves within 1 game of the title.
Andreescu did 6 games to 5 second sets, and by 1 set to 9.
Almost feel that we've got an environment that's very similar to what you get on the Philippe Chatrier at the French Open. If you've got a French player playing or someone they love, like a Gustavo Kitten, they've paid their money, they want to get involved, and they're really part of the match. They're not just investing or observing, they are wanting to influence the result. I've never seen anything like it, maybe in the days of Connors, but not here, not on Ash.
No, Serena has completely, brought those types of feelings around. You can see it. These are celebrities, famous people, rich people, and they are fully invested in getting this woman, Serena Williams, over the finish line in this match, keeping her in this match.
Royalty. There's royalty in the house.
Yeah. So
is that the closest you've ever been to British royalty? Look, you're about 5 meters away.
No, the Queen came out. Remember when Isner was playing it? What, that like 1 match that lasted for 6 months?
Yeah.
She came out during one of those days, and I wasn't in the royal box. As you know, Jensens aren't allowed in the royal box, but I was close. She was in the players' lounge.
Close is good. Look, close is good. One day you'll get in that royal box, I'm sure. Can she cling on? Can she give us a second set tiebreaker? Serena serving for the 3rd time to stay in this US Open final. What do you want to see from Bianca in
Love
this game?
15.
I think just get back to weaving her points, controlling with her shot selection, moving the ball, hitting with depth. That's been the strengths of her game.
It's a very well managed game out here on Ash.
Could be so incredibly tough to dictate and control
15-all.
when Serena is serving serves like that one. Ultimately, it's in Serena's hand here on serve.
Andreescu, for the most part, has resisted the temptation to keep looking over at her player box, but I did catch one glance. She's so close once again. How Andreescu has held her nerve. How have her parents coped? It's been almost 23 minutes since her first championship point.
Thank you.
Here she is with another chance. Serena just adding to her legend. Can she hang on for a little longer? It's so quiet in here now. It's an extraordinary debut. Can you believe it? Bianca Andreescu is a US Open champion. Well, the whole of Canada would have come to a standstill. Forget the hockey, forget the soccer, forget the basketball. They have their very first Grand Slam singles champion, Chanda. She is 19 years of age. She has come out here, played 24,000 people and the greatest of all time. And she's gone and won on her debut. No other female in the Open era has done that here in New York. And it's only the 5th time in history it's ever been done at a major.